spicy chicken. Here, the following are the ingredients that we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using a lot of the dry chilies, Mexican chilies, and we have guajillo chili peppers, and as you can see, I've already de-seeded and deveined all of the chilies. And the reason we do this is because when we grate it or blend it, I should say, we don't put it into a colander. So the way it blends is the way that we're gonna use it. We're not gonna sift it or anything like that. So guajillo chili peppers is what they're called. Then we're also gonna be using chile ancho is what it's called. And the brand that I like to use for the dry chili pods are El Guapo. And this El Guapo, you can use it, you can find it in any Mexican store, or you can even find it at Walmart. I've found that in the Mexican section, they also have it there. I will also be using chipotle chili peppers. These are in adobo sauce, and I like to buy a little can, this brand Embasa, and they're in adobo sauce, okay? So I will be using only 3 of those, 2 of the ancho chili peppers, and about, I wanna say 7 or 8 of the big ones, okay? The remainder of our ingredients, we will be using about a tablespoon of salt, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 whole cloves, about 6 of the black peppers, whole black peppers, 2 bay leaves, about a 1/4 cup of onions, white onions, and then we will be using legs, chicken legs. You can use thighs and legs, but this time around I'm only going to be using legs, okay? Okay, so for the first part of the ingredients, you're going to saute a 1/4 of an onion in vegetable oil. So once the onions start turning color and they start, getting clear like this, that's when we're going to add the dry chilies. And so you'll add them in there and start stirring them. Now you want to keep turning these because you do not want them to burn. If they start burning, you will have a bitter sauce. So you don't want that. So just keep turning them, and they're going to start turning color. Once they start turning, as you can see right here, they start turning like a bright red. We will definitely turn it off. Okay, so as you can see, the chilies are already softening up and they're turning a different color red. Once this happens, we're going to add a little bit, about 1/2 cup of water. Okay, and we're going to cover them up and let them simmer so that they can cook in their own. Okay, so once the chilies are simmering, we will let them simmer, and we're going to start on the chicken, and I will show you how we're going to prepare the chicken. And all we're going to season it with is going to be the salt, the tablespoon of salt that we were talking about, and we're going to season all of it. Now make sure with everything that you are washing your poultry, not using it directly from the bag or from the butcher. It's always safe to wash it. And so we're gonna season it with the salt. And then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and saute it as well. For the spices, we'll leave this aside. For the spices, I am gonna blend them together. So here are the black peppers, the bay leaves, the 3 cloves, and the garlic slices. I will be grating those along with the chipotle chilies in my mini food processor. Hey guys, okay, welcome back. So I've already grated all the spices together, and I had to add a little bit of water just to get it all to blend correctly. So what we want to do, the reason why I'm blending it in a food processor, a small one, is because I want all the spices to be able to integrate into each other and blend correctly, just in case the blender doesn't blend them. Okay? So once this is done, we're gonna check on the chilies, and if those are simmering correctly, then we will have our sauce. Okay guys, so here are the chilies, and as you can see, they are pretty soft and pretty blended. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn them off, and we're gonna let them cool down for a minute before we actually blend them. Okay, and in the meantime, we're gonna start on the chicken legs. Okay guys, so for the sauce, we're gonna put in what we had previously blended, which is all the spices and the chipotle peppers. Okay, and that smells really good already. And then we're gonna add to that everything we sauteed, the onions, the chilies, everything together. Now we're not gonna need to add salt to this because we added plenty of salt to the chicken itself. Now if you feel that it needs some after the fact, then you can go ahead and add a little bit. Okay you guys, so the chicken has been sauteing or frying for about 10 minutes, and now it's time to turn it on its other side. And you see how it looks. And we're gonna do this with all the chicken, and we're gonna leave it again for another 10 minutes or so before we put the sauce in. Okay guys, so I've already blended the sauce together. I did have to put about half a cup to a cup of water just to get it to blend and to liquefy a little bit. Now I put a little bit of oil, very little, onto the saute pan, and we're gonna saute the sauce for a little bit before we put it in with the chicken. Okay? And this is on medium heat. Okay.
Brian, you're in the back.
There? There?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, so this has been sauteing and frying for, I want to say, at least 20 minutes. See how it's starting to lose all of its color? Some of the pieces are already deep frying in there. This is when you want to add the sauce to it. And the sauce, I've been sauteing it as well, so it's pretty much ready. If you find that it's a little thick, just continue to add little bits of water until you get it to the consistency that you want. For me, this is a perfect consistency. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the chicken. Just like that. Okay. We're gonna move the chicken a little, just so that we can get the sauce all the way under, and so that it covers all of the chicken. Okay. And it's covering all of the chicken, so once it's like this, you're gonna go ahead and cover it and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, we'll be back in 20. Okay, you guys, so the chicken has been simmering for about 15 minutes, 16 minutes. So I'm just gonna give it a quick little turn. As you can see, how nice it's looking and how thick the sauce is getting. At this point, you wanna taste the sauce just to make sure that it has enough salt. If it doesn't, then you go ahead and you pour in a little bit more, as much as needed, however your family likes it. So you dip in the sauce. It does need a little bit of salt, so I will go ahead and I will add as needed. And like I said, this is depending on your family and the way that they like it. Okay, gonna move it around a little bit just to get it to mix in. Okay, and then I'm gonna cover it back up for another 15 minutes or so, and the chicken should be done. Okay, you guys, so the chicken has already been cooking for approximately half an hour. I've already turned it off. The chicken is completely done. As you can see, this is the ending result. This is how it looks. Look at the sauce and see how thick it is. And I can guarantee you it's really delicious. I will put it on a plate for you so you guys can see it. Okay, you guys, so this is the ending result to the spicy chicken. This is what it looks like, and I'm accompanying it with Mexican rice and just homemade beans. I don't stir fry my beans because my kids don't like it that way. They like it straight out of the pot as soon as they're cooked. But hopefully you guys like it, you guys enjoy it, and you guys keep subscribing. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.